Welcome, boys. In this video, we're going to be installing this 4WDKING S5 series single row LED light bar. These are going to be the same people that make those LED headlights I have in the Crown Vic. As we know, one side effect of those LEDs is when you activate the high beams, the low beams kick off, and because the high beam that's at the top of the bulb can't shine through the low beam, you lose foreground illumination. That kind of grinds my gears. So we are going to eliminate that problem by installing this light bar on the push bumper of the Crown Vic, and I will use it to illuminate the foreground when I activate the high beams. Or I can use it in lieu of the headlights, or I can use it at the same time as the low beams for super duper ultra mega brightness. The choice is really mine, since we're installing this and attaching it to a switch. So, we've already gotten quite a bit of progress done. This is the switch that I will be mounting inside the car. It has 3 connectors on the back. This will be used to mount our light bar. And over here, I've already got a lot of my tools and things situated. With our conduit or a wire loom, lots of wires, strippers, etc. Shrink wrap, this large assortment of connectors and plastical insulation deals, different sizes. And here's what we're going to do. So here is the light bar. I have it marked with tape for the middle. I have the push bar marked with the middle, so we'll be able to line those up. We are going to mount it on the top since there's not enough clearance to rotate these around and mount the bolts into the front. So it will be up high and block kind of some of the grill, which I'm not a fan of, but it is what it is. I've decided here's what we're going to do. I got the connector sticking through for now, but this is actually going to be put back through, and that connector is going to be coming off this side. It's going to go under the headlight through there, and then I'm going to plug it in there. So as you can see, this wire is obnoxiously long. So I am actually going to cut it and then just splice it together and make it much shorter. With that said, we're going to run this wire, which is where this black and blue, well, black and red, if I can grab it, wire that's supposed to go to the battery for its power. That is going to sit through here where that headlight harness and all that other existing wiring is, so that'll still be fairly clean there. I might have to extend those wires though once I get everything situated, which isn't a big deal. We'll just cut them, extend them, and then still use those eyelets for the positive. And then I'll probably use the same ground, I guess, that I have for the actual headlight harness. And then over on this side, I have the other part of that wire running from that relay. The relay is probably going to be mounted up in here somewhere, just like it is for the headlight harness. I have the wire going through where the intake is, up under this washer reservoir, and it's coming out through here. And so that is where that stops from the kit. But I'm going to extend those wires, so I already have wires running through here, and they're coming out from this grommet, and I'll take you inside and show you what that looks like. And so if we peek through here, I removed this trim piece, and from the factory it already has 2 little deals on the back side where the pedal adjustment and the traction control buttons would be. So we're just going to drill 2 little holes from this side so we can see where it goes. I'm going to use a step bit to make it bigger for the switch. Switch will mount through here, and these 3 wires are coming through this hole that I drilled right there. Put a grommet there, and then we got the 3 wires, so I'm probably going to run some of that wire loom just to keep those 3 wires all contained from there through here, and then vice versa, running from there up to the connectors. But I'm going to use that kit I have, put new connectors through there so they'll plug right into the switch, and then that's where the wire is going to run. So it's going to be a pretty clean install, and then the point of all that is I can turn the switch on and off whenever I want. So I'll go ahead and get most of that done and then show you what it looks like, final result, and then we'll go through some test footage and get those get that light bar aimed right where the low beams are. Okay boys, and this is our progress. So we have this thing going under here. We have our wire loom running all the way back to our hole. And then we have this all nice and attached. So all I got to do then is tuck this in my connections up in the wire loom, and then feed the excess back through there, and then we'll know exactly where we need to cut on the inside, where we put our switch. Okay boys, and this is our switch installed. So that will be okay. It won't slide back and forth. I can't push it through obviously, but when I go to disassemble it, I will be able to push it out quite easily should I ever have to replace the switch with another one. And then there's our 3 wires hanging out. And then if I take you underneath, there's our loom. Up and out of the way, and then it travels up through there, and this is where our wires are. So the order we want to put these in is, in this case I have it oriented like this, so from top, middle, bottom, it is going to go black, blue, red, or if you go by the numbers, that's how we're going to go. Black, blue, red, or black to 3, blue to 2, red to 1. So I'll go ahead and connect those and then push the panel back in. We'll be done with that, and then we'll get to trimming some wires and adding some wire length up front by the light bar. And I think I may have misspoke. It goes black, red, blue. So black at the top, red in the middle, blue at the bottom, or black 3, red 2, blue 1. Black, red, blue. Got it? Okay. At least when oriented like that from top to bottom. Alright. Okay boys, and got our tape lined up from the light bar and the push bumper. Also have the holes already drilled and this thing kind of mocked up. And remember, since my push bumper is crooked, I have it to where this side is kind of sort of flush and this side is kind of sort of not so flush, but I can move it back and forth if I decide I want to adjust it in the future. But that's pretty much straight. So when the bar's light bar straight, it's kind of mounted cockeyed slightly on the push bumper and vice versa, but that'll be good enough. So go ahead and torque them down, and we're going to run that in through there, connect it, and then cut our wires short. Okay boys, and we have our cord routed through here. So the connection takes place there. I then have it coming up in here, and I have cut it already and then applied our little I guess heat shrink crimp wire stuff. Ooh, that stuff, those deals. And then I managed to remove then this much wire, what I consider superfluous wire. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that up, kind of tape it up so it's nice and protected from the elements. And then we will run this wire over here, and if we can, we'll just connect it. If not, we'll add some wire if we need the extra length. Okay boys, and that's how we get her done. So everything is done, we're mounted, got a wire going in through here. We have our negative ground placed nicely there. That's where all our wires are. I have them running along this little deal that already had some wiring, and ditto the same place for our headlight wiring harness. Power is going in through here and attached to the positive. And then of course that's our connector, and then this wire that's running from our spotlight goes through here under the intake, under our reservoir, up through here, along there, and then right there, where she goes into the firewall. And of course on the inside, comes right through there and into the back side of this switch. So set your boys up and then you can see a couple of flips. So that's what we're looking like, and we will just now cut to the nighttime where we can finish out with that bean footage and call this video a wrap. So that's how we install the 4WDKING 20-inch LED light bar on our 2002 Crown Vic. Enjoy the rest of the footage. Thanks for watching, boys. Peace.